Hello, glad that you reached this video. Thank you for watching. This video tries to unravel, if you will, the details of the coveted APICS CPIM certification by giving you some details on the certification, what it entails, some details on the exam, and where to go from here. I keep getting a lot of emails and calls from prospective students on these kinds of questions and thought might as well make it clear for anyone interested to know. I sincerely hope that this video will be helpful in your journey to achieve the coveted CPIM certification. So let's get to it. To start with, as you may already know, APICS operations body of knowledge and the CPIM certification has been the gold standard since 1957. That was the year when APICS was started. Several thousands of professionals around the world have acquired this certification till date. APICS changed their name to ASCM, stands for Association for Supply Chain Management, in 2017. And ASCM is widely regarded as the global leader in supply chain organizational transformation, innovation, and leadership. ASCM continues to be powered by APICS brand of products. In addition to the CPIM, APICS also has two other certifications. Those are the CSCP, stands for Certified Supply Chain Professional, and the CLTD, Certified in Logistics, Transportation, and Distribution. We will have separate videos on each one of these. Now a little bit about who we are and what are my credentials to be putting this video out there. We are one of the chapters of ASCM. Our chapter is called the ASCM Triangle Chapter. I am one of the past presidents of the chapter and currently serve as the VP of Education. We have close to 400 members in our chapter and we cover the Research Triangle Park, Raleigh, Greenville areas of North Carolina and some parts of Virginia. ASCM chapters and partners are authorized to provide training on all the certifications. Now to the question, who am I? Well, I am Suren Palekal, a supply chain practitioner and educator with 30 plus years in supply chain in several aspects of supply chain. I am also a master instructor on APICS certifications and a supply chain educator with a global experience. Now let's get to some details on CPIM. CPIM stands for Certified in Production and Inventory Management. Rather, I should say, till recently, it was called Certified in Production and Inventory Management. CPIM content has been revised several times, and with the most recent revision in content, the importance of planning in operations management has been emphasized by changing the name of the certification to Certified in Planning and Inventory Management. It continues to be the essential body of knowledge for any operations professional, and getting the CPIM designation continues to be the most sought after by many operations professionals. Now the question in your mind could be, I do understand knowing CPIM content is very useful in my job, but why should I get certified? Let's try to address that question now. It's a known fact that resilience, meaning one's ability to bounce back to normal after a disruptive event, and agility, meaning the ability to quickly meet the demand by ensuring cycle times are continually reduced, quality is continually improved, among other things, are some of the performance attributes that make supply chains thrive in today's world. And supply chains and their ecosystems are changing constantly. So, becoming CPIM certified shows employers that you know how to effectively manage disruptions, variations in demand, and risks in the current supply chains. And it also shows the employers that you understand the importance of performance attributes in today's supply chain. Continuous improvement is what gives that competitive edge to companies in an ever-changing global economy, and your knowledge and skills in effecting those improvements is also hugely beneficial to organizations. Authenticated knowledge, by virtue of getting certified, in these aspects is a huge win for companies. A research study conducted in 2021 by ASCM among 2000 plus supply chain professionals shows a very bright outlook for supply chain professionals. The survey results show wage increases and high job satisfaction reported across the profession. The survey report is available free for members on ASCM.org website. Another interesting finding in the survey is that those who report earning at least one APICS certification have a median salary of $90,000 per year, which is 27% higher than those without a certification. In addition, 21% of those with an APICS certification and an undergraduate supply chain degree received a promotion in the last year. These are big wins for individuals as well. Now the question is, okay, now that I understand CPIM is beneficial to me and my company, what is the CPIM curriculum? CPIM certification has two parts, CPIM Part 1 and Part 2. The content for Part 1 comprises of an overview of supply chain, basics of demand management, planning for supply or production, executing the plan, managing inventories effectively, continuous improvement methods, tools, and supply chain technologies. Part 2 comprises understanding business and supply chain strategies, aligning operations with the business strategy, sales and operations planning, planning and managing demand, plan and manage production or supply, scheduling, executing detailed schedules, some aspects of distribution, quality, continuous improvement, and technologies. One thing to note here though is that one must pass both the parts within 3 years of each other to get the CPIM certification. Now let's take a look at the CPIM exams. Each part 1 and Part 2 that is, of the CPIM exam consists of 150 questions. 20 questions from this 150 are pre-test questions. They do not count towards your score. So what does that mean? These are questions put out there by ASCM for research purposes to understand from a statistical point of view how the difficulty level of each such question is for them to decide whether to include those questions in subsequent exams or not. But you have no idea what these questions are and have to answer all the 150 questions. The time duration for the exam is 3.5 hours. A score of 300 is the minimum passing score. I would like to mention here that there are hundreds of terms and terminologies that one is expected to know, and there are several concepts to understand for one to pass the certification exam. For more details on the exam, you are encouraged to take a look at the exam handbook and the exam content manual. The exam content manual can be downloaded free by certain categories of ASCM members. Now let's see how one can prepare for the exam. Essentially, there are two options per se, self-study or attend a class. Let's see in more detail what these options are and how to go about picking one of these. Let's talk about self-study option. Professionals who have a fair understanding of operations management concepts and who are disciplined to spend enough time on self-study and who cannot possibly align their availability of time with the class schedules offered by a chapter or a partner may want to choose this path. If that's the path you would like to take, you will need to buy the books or study materials to include the access to the learning system from your chapter or any other chapter or from ASCM. Once you have all these, prepare a study plan and start studying. Those who would rather sit in a classroom setting and listen to a live instructor face-to-face or on a virtual mode may want to choose the tuition path. Your chapter, to mean the chapter you are a member of, will have classes scheduled on CPIM and you may want to check it out. If you sign up for tuition with your chapter and also buy the books or the study guides and online learning system portal access from them, you are likely to get reduced rates. Online classes are available from other chapters and ASCM partners, but you may not get the member rates from those chapters and partners. Now the question is, where do I go from here? The first thing I would recommend is for you to browse all the relevant details about the CPIM credential on ascm.org website. Get convinced that CPIM is right for you. If you would rather do it by yourselves, or in other words, you want to choose the self-study path, purchase the books, Access to Learning System from your chapter, partner, or ASCM directly. Download the exam content manual and exam guides and start studying. If you would rather attend a class, if you are not already a member of ASCM and or a chapter, locate a chapter or partner nearest to you. You can go on ascm.org website and use the search tools to locate the chapter nearest to you. To get the member rates on purchases and professional development meetings and other events, you may want to sign up as a member of the chapter. If you are already a member of any chapter, browse the chapter website for upcoming CPIM classes and sign up. If you have any questions or clarifications, write to or speak to a member of the board and take it from there. ASCM Triangle chapter has an excellent pool of widely acclaimed instructors, and you can take their help to purchase books and online learning system access, mentoring, and tuition. You can reach them at the email shown below or write to me directly. Wish you all the very best in your CPIM journey. And hey, if you have any questions down the line, shoot an email to education@triangle.ascm.org or to me directly. Thank you for visiting this channel and watching the video.